This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are thrilled to once again return to the gateway to the West, the proud city of St. Louis, Missouri. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Blues of St. Louis. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. You talk about this Miami defense. They were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to be looking at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Trap 60, trap 60.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Shrugs him off. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. All play action. Here's Hooker. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mustang 19.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now a 2nd and 10. Hooker now off play action. That's to the sideline and incomplete. When you look at this defense, they were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw, Hooker. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On 1st and 10, Hooker. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. In motion, Hill. It's Hill, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Check match.
At the 6-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. A try here for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Blues 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Lewis, first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set them back on 2nd. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the 1st quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
We'll see if they do that.
Hurry, hurry!
On play action, they'll throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready! Shot alert! Shot alert! Ready!
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Ready, break!
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the Dolphins are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he'll be taken down at the 18.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Intercepted by the Dolphins. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 31.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Hooker sliding out of the pocket. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit. And he gets a small gain on the play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Hooker's going to throw it. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready. 3. Ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0.
Lose nothing.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
On the ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
He sets to fire deep, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Taking it about the 36. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Mustang 19. Go street. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready, ready.
Hooker now on 1st down. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And he's got it inside the 10. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
Lose nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Let's go.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
Let's go now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
Looking to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Intercepted by the Dolphins. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready, ready.
First down throw here. It's Hooker. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Come on, come on.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, here's Hall. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Blues nothing.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Now, this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
On the set.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Hooker's throw is taken in by Waddle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
the Dolphins first down.
79 Broncos. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Warriors 70. 19 Lions.
Now Hooker. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
At the 21-yard line.
65 catch. 65 catch. Go.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Hooker. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown Dolphins. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. Down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now Hall to start the drive. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run with Hall. Oh, look at that. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards on the pickup there.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready?
2nd and 1. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. A give running right is Hall. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Called on a very strong gain of 24.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll go with a keeper. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. It's a quarterback sneak. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only 2nd down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up 3rd down.
The Miami defense trying to keep him out. They haven't let him in yet. Can they hold again here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run it here with Hall. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
It's 4th and goal.
And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very... Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception's really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did.
And now here is another interception. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go, set. Mustang 19. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Seven Pirates.
On 2nd down, Hooker. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, set. Hey, crash. 19 tight. 19 tight. Hurt. Hurt. Right there, hurt. Hurt, hurt.
Hooker on 1st down. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. It's a big play there for Miami. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 10 more there and another first down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, Park.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Cup 19, ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Running left, it's Hall. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense, because your goal...
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now that's on big Mekhi Becton, first-round pick in 2020.
Here we go, here we go.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. He's still on his feet. Breece Hall moving inside the 20. Touchdown! Breece Hall yards. And the Blues are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, they would have been happy with a first down, but this is even better. Once he's past the marker, it's cream cheese from there. And he bumps it to the outside, and it's just going to run away from defenders on his way toward the pylon.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I'm just wondering, do they want to add on to this gigantic lead? My guess, given how they like to play and how explosive this offense is, Charles, that they're not content being up by this margin. They probably want more.
And if they do go and get more, oh, look out. At that point, let's just aim the camera for the post-game handshake, because that one might be a little bit on the tense side, the way that this one is turning out.
Throwing on second and long. Hooker. He's got him in. Complete. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
19 Lions. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
Throwing. Hooker. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last two snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That goes for a gain of 31.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
Well, now they'll try the end arounds. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Hurt, hurt. Hurt, hurt.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
Come on, come on.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We're facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
20-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Cowboy 80. Chop 60, chop 60. Ready, ready.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here we go.
3rd down and 6.
Let go.
Here's Hall again. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Now Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
Ready.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Ready. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Mustang 19. Check smash. Check smash.
Hooker now off play action. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Here's Hooker to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Tag. Cup 19. Cup 19. Go.
On first and 10, it's Hall. And he's got room. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Now, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were. But don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was saved. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did.